Number 16, how many feet are in a kilometer? So to do this, we can just use some dimensional analysis. So we start with 1 kilometer, and then we use a conversion factor, and I'm going to take it from meters or kilometers to meters. So on the bottom I'll have 1 kilometer so that those will cancel out, and then on top we have 1,000 meters. And then I'm going to take meters to centimeters. Well, if I have 1 meter, that's going to be 100 centimeters. And then I'll take centimeters to inches. 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. And if you're not familiar with dimensional analysis, the reason I'm putting these units diagonal from each other is we kind of treat them like variables. And that way, if I have one on top and one on the bottom, then they'll cancel out. So for example, 1 kilometer times 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer, the kilometers will cancel, and I'll be left with just the meters. And basically, it's just that process repeated over and over again until I get to the unit that I want. So I've gone from kilometers to meters to centimeters to inches, and now I just have to get to feet. So in the bottom I have 12 inches, and then 1 foot, and now everything has canceled except for feet. Kilometers have canceled, meters have canceled, centimeters and inches. And now I just have to compute this. So it'll be 1,000 times 100 divided by 2.54 and then divided by 12. So 1,000 times 100 divided by 2.54 divided by 12, rounding to 3 sig figs, so we get 3,000 or 3,280 feet. 3,280 feet. All right, for the next one, number 17. The movie Frozen cost $150 million to make and has a runtime of 1 hour and 49 minutes. What was the cost for 1 second of runtime? So this problem is really looking for cost per second. So the unit kind of gives you a formula in itself. We can just take the total cost, which is $150 million, and divide it by the number of seconds. So let's see, the total cost, 150 million. So 150 and then 6 zeros. And then the number of seconds, so 1 hour and 49 minutes to seconds. So 1 hour is 60 minutes, plus the 49 minutes is 109 minutes. Then to convert that to seconds, you just multiply by 60. So it's going to be 6,540 seconds. So then to find the cost per second, you just take 150 million divided by 6,540. So 150, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 150 million divided by 6,540. And it looks like I'm going to have to change my float. Give me 1 second. Document settings, float. I'm just going to put it at the top. Float 12. The reason I'm doing that is because you can see right here it's only rounding to the tenths place. But for money problems, for dollar sign problems, you always need to round to the hundredths, or like to the number of cents. So it looks like we have $22,935 and 78 cents. So the answer to this one is going to be $22,935 and 78 cents. On these dollar ones, you always round to the cents. Something that's a little bit weird, if this is like a conversion problem where you have to find like the amount of money in euros or in Japanese yen or anything like that, you don't round to the cents place. It's only for dollars. So it's not for money problems, it's only for US dollars. It's kind of weird, but that's just how they do it for whatever reason. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to number 18. Okay, let's see. The record for the 100-yard dash is 9.1 seconds. What is the speed in miles per hour? So I'm going to start by converting this to feet per second. So I know 100 yards, well, 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So 100 yards is equal to 300 feet. And so the speed is going to be 300 feet per 9.1 seconds. And then I can use the conversion factor, or let's see, actually, 1 second. Let me divide this first. 300 divided by 9.1. 300 divided by 9.1, that's going to be 32 point, I'll round it off, 32.967. So 32.967 feet per second. And then I can use the conversion factor. I know that 22 feet per second is equal to 15 miles per hour. This conversion comes in handy a lot more than you would expect, actually. So 22 feet per second equals 15 miles per hour. So similar to how we went from feet to kilometers, I'm going to put feet per second in the bottom. So it's diagonal from the unit that we're trying to convert, so it'll cancel. And then on the top, we'll put 15 miles per hour. So feet per second will cancel. And so all we have to do is multiply by 15 over 22. So times 15 over 22. And we get, rounding to 3 sig figs, we get 22.5 miles per hour. Jeez, that is really fast. 22.5 miles per hour. Alright, so if you have any questions from other tests, make sure to leave a comment and I'll make a video with the solution. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. This has been Investigative Math, and I'll see you next time.